Hello world! Welcome to the Dino Mega Integration Guide. In this video, I'm going to show you how to give experience points as a quest reward. I will be using version 1 of my experience system with version 2 of my quest system. Before you get started, make sure both assets are installed in your project. Also make sure to add a simple quest to your level that you can test with. I am using a repeatable quest with no objectives. The start and end points are the same actor. If you need help with setting up the systems or making a quest, you can learn how to do those in the documentation. Let's get started by first defining our experience reward for our quest, using the quest data table. You can find it in the Blueprints, Variables, Data Tables folder. Open the data table and select your quest, then add a new element to the quest rewards array. Since we are giving experience points in this lesson, select experience as the reward type. For row name, enter the row name from the experience data table of the experience you want to give. You can find the experience data table in the experience system's Blueprints, Variables, Data Tables folder. For me, I'm going to give the default player experience, which has a row name of level. So I will enter level as the row name in my quest reward. Then for quantity, I am going to enter 5,000, which in this context is the amount of experience we want to award. Now if we press play and interact with our quest giver, we won't see the experience amount yet, and that is because we still have to tell the quest system how to get the name of our experience type. We do that using a blueprint interface added to our player controller. Open your player controller, and if you haven't already done so, go to Class Settings, and then under Implemented Interfaces, click the Add button and select BPI Quest Connected Systems. This will add a set of functions under the Interfaces category. These functions are how the quest system interacts with our other external systems, such as our experience system and our inventory system. Go ahead and open the getNumericForQuest function. The quest system uses this function to validate and get the name of our numeric reward types, so it is our job to return the right name. Since this lesson is about awarding experience points, we only want our logic to run if the type is experience. And to do that, we connect a switch node to our numeric quest reward type enumeration. This gives us different execution paths for each of our reward types. If you already have a switch node in this function from one of the previous lessons, you can use that one. For this lesson, we will use the experience path. Since we need to return the name or label of our experience in this function, we will use the numeric row name input to get that text from our experience data table. Drag in a reference to your experience system component, and from it call getExperienceData. Use the numeric row name as the input on this function and break the data output. Then hook the title pin up to the name pin on the return node. We also need to return our isValid value, and this is just used to make sure we entered a valid row name. We can extrapolate this from the title, using the text is empty with a not boolean node hooked to it. These two nodes together are basically saying if our text is not empty, then our experience row name must be valid. Make sure to connect it to the isValid pin. Tidy up your graph and go ahead and test it out. When you interact with the quest giver, it should now show the text for the experience type and the value. In this context, player is not really descriptive enough, and maybe we don't want to change it in the experience data table. So let's use a format text node to append XP to the end of our current text. From the name pin, drag off and select format text. Then for format, enter title, wrapped in brackets, then a space, and then XP. Then hook the original title pin into the pin on the format text node. Press play and try it again. Now we see player XP, which makes more sense. Now we just need to code the part that actually gives the experience when the quest is completed, and we do that in the giveQuestRewardToPlayer function. Open this function and add a switch at the start using the reward type enumeration. If you already have a switch from an early lesson, you can use that one. For this lesson, we will use the execution path for experience. And to reward the experience, we drag in a reference to our experience system component and call addExperience. Hook it up to our experience execution path. For experience type, plug in the item row name. For the amount, use our quantity input variable. Then on the return node, make sure you check handled. Go ahead and try it out. When you complete your quest, you should earn your experience reward. And that is how you give experience as a quest reward. If you have questions or requests, you can post them in the comments. If this video helped, please consider liking it, and if you would like to be notified of new videos, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your game.